Hello again, it's Noob, and I've had this Anchor Lass padlock for some time, thinking I'd probably never be able to pick it, and this is the 822, made in Sweden, and they've got interesting keys. I think there's 10 discs on this. Let me have a little count. So there's one here, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then a tensioning disc at the top. So you can see the cuts here. Lots of different cuts on this key, and it is a Detainer lock, as you imagine, but you can gut this, and I believe there are false gates in here as well. The Anchor Lass key is odd because it's not reversible. You can't put the key in this way up and then open the lock. It has to be this way up, and that's the only way it will fit inside this lock. Why? Well, it's because if you look at the profile of that key, it's got a little corner cut off just there, all the way down, and the keyway is shaped similarly like that. I mean, it's not, doesn't make it a bad lock, it just makes it slightly less usable, or from a user experience point of view, because you're trying to get your key in, and half the time it'll work, and the other half of the time you know, it doesn't, and you just need to turn the key over. It's not a big deal, but it's a little frustrating all at the same time. So yeah, how to pick this? Well, we do need a tension tip and pick tip, which will be able to work in an Anchor Lass lock, and here we have one from RWB Custom Picks. I recently did a review video on this. There are other brands. I think that is it the version 2 of the Silver Bullet also has an Anchor Lass option? There might be others out there, I'm not so sure, but you can see that that is profiled just like the key is. So yeah, you can see that they're profiled just the same. Yeah, so let's I'll just set all this up and adjust it properly, and we'll get and pick this lock. So I've adjusted my picking tool, I've got the lock ready, going to make sure I get the key the right way around. It's very smooth operating, as you can see. The bitting is really nice. You have lots of different cuts from, you know, almost no turning of the disc to your 0 cuts which have to turn all the way, and everything in between. So quite a good fun lock to play around with. I'm going to get that picking tip and align it with the lock as we look down there, and put that right to the bottom if I can. There we go, and then I can put that picking tip, the tension tip in, and turn it until we get tension like that. And oh, that's it, we must have missed that last disc. Making sure that remains flush with the face of the lock at all times, with a bit of tension on. I'm going to try and get onto that first disc, which is binding very heavily, it seems, which is disc 11. Oh wow, that's really tough to turn. I'll back off the tension a bit. Just keeps going. Oh, and a lovely positive clunk and a tiny core movement onto. Oh, not too far. Got to get them way back. There we go. No, there we go. Onto disc 10. Binding. Yeah, you can probably see that it's resisting. And that feels positive. We'll come back to it if it's not. Next disc is binding, but very, very subtly. About there, I'd say. Okay, next disc. This is disc is it 11, 10, 9, 8, I think. And a tiny click there, so I'll leave it there. This 7 is binding very heavily. No false gates I can tell, just keeps going. And oh, positive click there. This is 6 now, I think. Binding. Little click there. We'll come back to it. 5's binding quite nicely. And a little click. Let's try the next disc. Oh, there. Yes, it's binding. Felt good there. We can refine these as long as I get them into something. Not happy with that at all. Oh, okay, little click there. I'll stay with that for now. Oh, and the last disc. That's very strange. Okay, let's go all the way to the back then and test each disc in turn and see where we get to. So clearly I haven't got an open yet. So this is disc 11. There we go. Oh, get on it. I keep going past it. There we go. That's better. Let's pull this out of what I think is a true gate. That feels good. That feels good. That feels nice. Oh, all the way. Just taking this out. Oh, that felt much more positive. Yeah, in the true, hopefully the true gate. That feels really good. It's going back through. Come on, next disc. Is that good? Yeah, I think that feels good. That feels good too. Oh, and yep, I think we have the open. Look at that. Whew. So I had to go through the discs twice to be confident of my choices, but we have the open. Okay, I don't think that was too long either, was it? Under 5 minutes. But we have the open, all picked. Very good feedback through this tool, I have to say. Now, had we gut this? I think I've measured my... So I've got this nice Detainer gutting tray, and I've got the right hex key. And something's come out. So looks like there might be a little spring on there. Yeah, look, there's a little springiness on there. So I'll remember that for when we put this back together later on. And that must be that first disc, the tensioning disc at the front. So I'm going to just leave that as it is and then try to get in with a pair of tweezers and see what we can do. So I don't know what I'm doing here. I think, okay, so we have a spacer. We have a spacer, and we have, so the spacer goes that way, that's where that sidebar is. And then we have the disc. So I take it's going to be spacer disc as we go down the lock. Try to keep these the right way round so it's a bit easier when I put this back together. Okay, so these go again. It looks like the true gate is at the top on these. Some of them definitely have false gates, some of them definitely don't. I could tell that when I was picking, because like some of them just went nothing false gate, and some I wasn't so confident on and had to go through the lock a couple of times. So no, I don't think there's any false gates on that one. There we go, keep going. Lots of discs in this. Another one with no false gates. Nice looking spacers. Getting to the point where it's harder and harder to actually grab the discs out of here, but we'll get there. I think I'll just take that sidebar out. got them. And I think this might be the last disc. Yeah, we got it. So that's the last one there. Okay, and that's that's weirdly sprung cord. Look, it's got a little spring to it. Don't know why, but that's what it is. So I'll just lie that down there. Let's have a look at some of these discs. So yes, you can see here that we have a false gate, but the true gate is very deep, and you really can feel that. It's not a hard thing to feel when you're in that shallow false gate. And that true gate, it really does feel that you're advancing that core on, which makes it a really nice lock to pick. Some of them you might get wrong first time, depending on whether that has you know, the first time you set them, you might think because not all of them are in the true gate, therefore they don't bind as well, you might think those false gates are the true gates, but once you get a couple in the true gate, you can much more easily tell. So again, another false gate. Seems to be only one false gate on these. I'm just having a quick look. See, there's no false gates at all on this one, and my hand's actually shaking from the holding that padlock. So a false gate on that one. So it seems to be only. Oh, this one's interesting. Okay, so this one has 2 false gates and the true gate, but that's unusual. Truthfully, most of them don't have that. Here's another one, which is 2 false gates and a true gate. But so it's a mix. Most of them have 1 false gate. Some don't have any false gates, like this one, and 1 or 2 have 2 false gates. So yeah, not bad lock actually. Oh, and this last tensioning disc does appear to just do what it does. It doesn't. I don't think it's. Does it have a gate in it? No, it's just literally a tensioning disc. Doesn't do anything. All right. So that is the. Just get that key up here. Let's find the key. That's the anchor lass. 10 disc, well 11 if you include the tension disc, 10 disc Detainer lock. Really enjoyed picking that, good fun lock. Definitely would recommend, if you have a way of picking them, giving one of these a go. Really good fun Detainer. Alright, if you like the video, please leave a like. If you have any comments, leave them below. I do read them all and reply to as many as I can. If you haven't subscribed, that's a great time to subscribe for more content like this, and I will see you all next time.